Joining us now is John Heinberg, Senior Market Advisor with Stewart Peterson. John, thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Robert.
Hey, we will start with the grain markets. How are they looking on this Wednesday morning?
Well, after an absolutely volatile day yesterday, and at least volatile to the upside for producers, we're holding in there this morning. Corn futures 2 to 3 higher, bean futures still a little bit firmer. Wheat's pulling back a little bit. Yesterday was just one of those days that turned into a bit of a perfect storm. We were really hoping to see some type of a rally, get back to these levels. We just didn't expect it to probably come within a matter of 2 hours. So with that, we want to make sure producers are kind of on task here. We got some price levels we haven't seen since January. Good opportunities here to maybe get some marketing put in place that we've been waiting on.
Given the situation in Greece, the ripple effect around the rest of the world, was it kind of a surprise to see how the market was reacting yesterday?
Not so much. Obviously those factors come into play, but yesterday kind of turned into a bit of a perfect storm. You had grain markets that were immensely short. Here comes U.S. data that came in terms of stocks numbers that were below expectations. Throw on there some of the weather concerns that we're seeing across the Midwest and for potential of reducing this up year's crop. It just turned into a situation where those shorts started to really step out. The computers are really what was taking over yesterday. We're seeing stops trigger, and that's when we see those jumps, 4 or 5 cents at a time over the course of a couple hours of trade.
Now, as we move through the next couple of weeks, we're just now beginning the month of July. As we move through the next few weeks and a few months for that matter, what are some of the key things to look for? Is it primarily weather that we'd be concerned about?
Yeah, the weather is the main card right now. That's what we're going to be playing to see if we can get this corn crop and the bean crop to kind of continue to develop. I still want to warn producers, we're not off to the races or anything here at this stage, but obviously when the funds start shifting money, that's something we can't really control where they want to go to. We still have a lot of corn out there. Obviously, we do have some concerns out there regarding this year's production. So again, just keep telling producers, take advantage of situations like this, and look at that balance sheet. And if we can get some sales in here that start working, they're a heck of a lot better than they were 2 weeks ago. That's for sure.
Now we're getting into the midst of summer now that we're in July. How are the livestock markets looking, and what are some of the key things to look for in the livestock market?
Well, they were volatile yesterday as well. Again, concerns regarding money flow. Where's money moving? Cattle look like we're starting to push some long liquidation here. The chart might be turning over a little bit, but we're holding some support yesterday. So key is if we hold that support or break through. If we break through, we could see another $2-3 pullback in those fat cattle prices. Hogs are really oversold, so we saw some really good short covering yesterday in those hogs. Hogs and pigs report last week kind of maybe put a little bit of a slowdown in the expansion for those back months, December, January, February. So that was a little bit supportive in that regard, even though we do have a lot of hogs out there.
All right. Thanks for joining us this morning, John. The great information from you.
Thanks, Robert. Have a great day.
Hey, you too. Once again, that was John Heinberg, Senior Market Advisor with Stewart Peterson. Stay with us. Coming up right after the break, we'll have another look at your weather forecast and give you a look at what's coming up next on the Valley Today.